Today I'm going to show you how to set up your custom sending domain. You can call it custom, dedicated, branded, they mean the same thing. And also how to set up DMARC, even if you're not tech savvy, as long as you know how to use a mouse and a keyboard, you can do this. So you might be curious to know, what's a custom sending domain? Why do I need one? And all of these questions. The short answer is, you don't need to know. You're a busy store owner, you don't need to know this type of stuff because you only have to do it once and you will never have to deal with it ever again. But if you're curious, let me tell you anyways. A custom sending domain is basically having your own history with an inbox provider. So to begin with, when you start your Klaviyo account or when you start sending on Klaviyo, if you don't have a dedicated sending domain, by the way, a dedicated sending domain, custom sending domain, branded sending domain, all of these are the same thing, okay? So when you start sending on Klaviyo and you haven't set this up, you're basically sharing your reputation, your inbox placement and stuff with other Klaviyo users because by default you're on a Klaviyo shared sending domain. But when you set up your own custom sending domain, it basically gives you like a clean start and you have full control over your reputation. If there's a bad Klaviyo user that's spamming every day, that's not going to affect you. What's going to affect you is what you do. Okay, so first let's check what type of sending domain you're on. Simply go to Klaviyo settings, account, domains. If it looks something like this, it means you're sending from the shared sending domain. But if it looks something like this, right, this means your dedicated sending domain is good. But you still want to do a double check by going to Gmail inbox. Just go to here and select show original and just make sure both of them, so just make sure SPF, DKIM, DMARC are all pass. And another way to check if you're using a shared sending domain or the dedicated sending domain is by simply looking over here. If it says via shared Klaviyo mail, that means you're using a shared Klaviyo sending domain and you need to switch as soon as possible. But if it's something like this, and when you drop down, it just says mailed by K1, etc., that's fine. That means you're using the dedicated or branded sending domain. But let's say you don't have a dedicated sending domain yet. Let me show you how to set it up step by step. So simply go to settings, account, domains, connect a domain. Okay, and then you're just simply going to write your domain name, do next, and over here just write send. You don't need to worry about what this is, just simply write send. Routing that type is going to be dynamic, next, and then you'll have to select your domain provider. It can be Squarespace, GoDaddy, Cloudflare, Shopify, there's a ton. So if you don't see over here, don't panic, the process is pretty much the same. Like even though they have shortcuts over here, let's say if you've bought your domain from Shopify, you can simply do next and log into Shopify. But let's just assume you've got another type of domain. So let's enter it manually, and this will work even if you've got Shopify or GoDaddy. So just do other, and let's set it up manually. It's super easy. I'm going to show you. Select other, do next, and you have these records. You don't need to know what DNS is. You don't need to know what records is. Just simply copy and paste these into your domain provider. The settings, the layout might be a little bit different, but it's basically the same. You just want to log into your domain provider. Just look for your domain. There's going to be some sort of option that says edit DNS settings or configure DNS settings. Just look for that, and then look for an option to add custom record. Okay, and then you're just simply going to add these. So let's add the first one. So the type is NS, add custom record. You might not see NS. NS is basically CNAME. So if you see NS, select NS. If you don't see NS, just simply select CNAME. And over here, you're just going to copy this, add it in, points to value, add it in, confirm, and you just want to do that for all of these records. So do the same for the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the last one is a TXT record. You're just simply going to add custom record, add TXT, name, just leave it empty, or just add this, TXT value, just copy and paste this here, and then you confirm. Super easy. And after you added all of the settings, we still need to add one record which Klaviyo doesn't add automatically, and that's the DMARC record. So you don't need to know what DMARC means or what it does. Just simply copy and paste these exactly as they are. Okay, it's going to be the same for every brand. It doesn't matter what country you're in, It doesn't matter what continent you're in, even if you're on Mars or something, it's going to be the same type, host, and value. Okay, I'm going to add these into the description so that you can simply copy and paste them. But if you're watching somewhere else or something, you can type it in, but just make sure you type them in character by character exactly as they are. So type is going to be txt, select txt, host is going to be DMARC, like that, value is going to be this, like this, and just press confirm. If you've made it this far in the video, I've got a little something for you. Just click the first link in the description and we'll triple check if you've set it up correctly, and we'll make sure that everything is correct. After about 24 hours, it usually only takes about 1 hour. If you go back to your dashboard, you're just going to have to, there's going to be like a button that says apply domain or something. Just click on it and then you're going to see this. Okay, very easy. And you can also check it yourself by sending a campaign to yourself and then just do show original. All three of them should be pass. Okay, SPF pass, DKIM pass, DMARC pass. Once you see this, all good. You don't need to ever worry about sending domain and DNS records ever again.